There are some parts of Abossey Okai that always gets flooded anytime it rains. Anytime it rains heavily, and sometimes even when the rain is not heavy, um, our very famous vehicle spare parts town, Abossey Okai, Circle, not far from Circle, which is around Carnation, gets flooded there. You know, if you enter Abossey Okai, you realize it's a very big place. There are some parts that have tarred roads passing through, and there are other parts where the roads are not tarred. They are rough roads, and there are some places where the gutters are very shallow. Yeah, it's a whole different thing altogether. Abossey Okai is not just the main road you see, where the traffic lights are, but they are inside places. Yes, those of you whose cars have been breaking down or whose bikes um have been giving them trouble and have been purchasing your stuff from Abossey Okai, you know what we are talking about. Um, Now, um, most of these places where the floods are, you see some of these people selling ties and spare parts, and where the Abossey Okai interchange is currently under construction. People claim the rains that caused the floods to occur um, are not supposed to flood the place like they are doing, but because of the construction work that is being done where the interchanges, that's what some people are claiming. But I don't think it's only that, because even before this construction was being done, Abossey Okai has been flooding like in the past. First of all, let's look at its location. It's not far from Circle. That's Carnation. And when we say Circle, those of you who know Circle, you know what we mean. Circle is very famous for flooding, taking lives, destroying of property when anytime it rains. There now, if you are not aware, Circle is a place where a very big that's not even a gutter. What would you call that? Is that a lake? Well, there's this very big and wide stretch of um, underground waterway where rains and normally wastewater passes through. It's very big and very huge. Now, what happens is that around that area there's a lot of pollution there. Sometimes rubbish, sometimes human waste also goes through there. So when it rains and then these things that choke that big gutter, you know, um, occupy that space, the rain is not able to have enough place to pass through, so it just eventually fills up that gutter and then floods to other areas. Circle was designed in that way because of you know, the large stretch of waters that will be passing there anytime it rains. But we've been seeing this over and over again. We've seen it in the past for a very long time. It has been so serious that this type of news has gone outside Ghana, and people have been wondering why always around June, July, that about when it rains, there's trouble in that part of Accra. Um, but even let's move back to Abossey Okai. Now, the floods which have occurred even recently, you if you see some of the pictures, you see that the waters have entered the shops, the businesses, even these containers have been closed, but still the whole place is flooded with water. So shop owners, and all those who deal in, all types of vehicle wear in Abossey Okai, be it batteries, be it spare parts, be it whatever, what have you, doors, gates, what have you, have to endure the rain flooding the whole place, and then sometimes destroying their goods. For those who sell things like ties, and other vehicle parts that are not electrical, they don't really suffer from loss. All they have to do is clean the tires or whatever other goods it is that they are selling, um, and they are good to go. Of course, it will take them a lot of effort and time, but they don't suffer losses like those who sell, those type of car parts that when water gets into, they get destroyed. They are those who suffer the most. So it's serious. It's serious. It's anytime it rains around there, you see it floods. If you are on the main road where those traffic lights are, you will not know. But when you enter inside, you see Abossey Okai. It's wide though. It's not just that one way that you see, where sometimes these boys will try and trying to convince you to do whatever they want to do on your vehicle. Not just that place. They are inside places. You get it. And some of those places don't have good drainage. I've been there sometimes and I've seen it myself. It's serious. You just see so many people, squeezed in an area. Everyone trying to make, money one way or the other. But there's I think that there needs to be a serious planning on the road. One thing I was happy to see the very last time I went was that there were some roads that were not tarred. Yeah, there were some rough roads that had been like that for a long time. But the last time I went there, even when I went there this year, I saw it again. That many more roads that used to be rough have now been tarred, and they are very what word should I use, clean? Yeah, they are not as rough and dusty as they used to be. So those there used to be a lot of dust in those areas when cars pass through and all of that. But now you don't see that type of dust because those roads have been properly made. Yeah, they've been tarred now. But the thing is with the gutters, I just don't know whether they should make them wider or deeper, because truth be told, the gutters are not. There are roads in Abossey Okai where there are no gutters. It's just the road. There's no place for like water to pass through. So when it rains, the whole ground is like very 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 flooded. You get it. Now, some shop owners who are at a loss of how to recover their losses, and how to get back into business are complaining. And some of the affected places, if I don't know, you guys have to take note of these names, because some of these places are known and some of them are named after the shops, the very popular shops that are around there. Where there's a Sami engineering area. There's some place called Sami engineering and training, and there's also Samnet enterprise. And then also when you look at where the Kolebu battery center is, around that area, yeah, the flood has the rains have destroyed stuff around there also. So water has entered a lot of people's offices and shops. It's even impossible for shoppers to even walk around them normally. They have to sort of sweep through water to move from one place to another. This is the situation in Abossey Okai. The residents and the shop owners there are blaming this on the construction of the new overpass. There's now a new flyover at that roundabout where the Brazilian construction firm is. That's Querio Galvao Construco. That place, just that roundabout where one goes straight to Kolebu, the other goes to Kaneshi station. Yeah, that roundabout. Now there's a new flyover there, so cars can now go straight over, can go fly over to the next side. In case they are going straight, they don't have to use the roundabout. Yeah, that was done to ease the congestion and the traffic that used to jam always at the roundabout. It's serious. So those of you who have been using you understand what we are talking about. Sometimes when you are using that part of the road, you just want to go to even maybe the station or something, or maybe just enter the next place. When you are using the runabout, it's so serious. Too many cars will be trying to fight their way through, and because it's like more than 2-3 lanes for cars to go, it's serious. There's just so much traffic there all the time. Sometimes the police are there, but still there's nothing that can be done to ease that type of traffic jam. So that there's now a flyover over there, and it's easing up traffic a little bit. Now, these people who think it's because of the flyover, I really don't think so. Maybe the flyover could constitute to one or two of them, but the destruction of their goods, which they claim are worth thousands of cedis, cannot be attributed to this flyover that is being constructed alone. Because before that flyover, that place used to get flooded. Places in Abossey Okai used to always, get flooded. I mean, there were times even in the past where when it's raining and look, we are passing around that area, I just decide that look, let's not go there, let's wait till the rains are done, or let's make it another time, because I know the situation there. So that's it. We do hope that the workers there would brace themselves with a lot of courage to do what they can to take themselves out of any type of loss. And in the meantime, let's encourage them to find out the ways to make good gutters and good drainage system around those parts of the roads, so that when it rains, water can easily pass through. Otherwise, this thing will keep on happening over and over again. And right now we are even in the rainy season, so that's just that. Okay, guys, thank you very much for listening. Please, you can give your suggestions on how these people at Abossey Okai could, avoid these types of floods and rains entering their shops and making things difficult for them. You can add anything at all, provided it's legit and it's good. Okay, thank you very much for listening, and please have a very nice day.